Hello guys, welcome again to another session of Ingxoxo Zenshwalensi noma Z. Igama lami nguZanele Mukwatle, also known as Zanele M, and welcome. If you are joining us for the first time, please do not forget to hit that like button, share your stories, share your experiences, guys. We are all here on this journey to learn and learn from each other. So any comments, any experience that you've had, we would love to hear about them and ask questions. And also, do not forget to hit that notification bell so that you can get notified every time we post new episodes. This is a platform where we share everything insurance. We are going to give you guys information. We share tips on everything that you need to know on the most important financial products that you need to have in your basket. Disclaimer. I am the Managing Director for Regenerate Insurance Broker, which is an authorized financial services provider, so you can trust everything that we are sharing on this platform. So guys, you remember right at the beginning, right? I had shared with you like my experiences growing up, having a single parent, uma bemele ebambele yonke into, guys. And as much as ngikhumbula ukuthi like sisakhula, uma was like, she was really winning. Like, okay, was, you know, she really had the coin. She was able to like do everything for us and carry everything. But like looking back now with what I know, I realized ukuthi Yazuma at one point, she was really okay financially. And if she had just had the information and the knowledge, you know, at that point in time, her putting away a bit of some money on a monthly basis would have really not hurt her in any manner. And it would have ensured ukuthi la khona engasakwazi ukuthi asebenze esithatha umhlalaphansi bekuzoba khona some money to be able to help her in terms of a monthly income akwazi ukuthi abhekelele indleko. You guys remember how I was talking about the time that I decided to go back to tertiary. Uma bengasasebenzi, you know, things were a bit rough financially. So nathi kwasekumele ukuthi siyibambele lapha nalaphaya. But in honesty, yonke into, guys, is in planning. Like they say, you know, if you're gonna fail to plan, you are planning to fail. And unfortunately, that is just the rule of life. So with this Zinte Ganjalo, you get to the point where you realize it's okay, fine. It's just really as us tuning in on the to have that sense of okay, fine. As much as ngisebenza manje, kubalulekile ukuthi ngibe ngiqala kuba khona something engibekayo on a monthly basis that is gonna talk to ukuthi one day ngizobe sengisigqrizana sengihleli phansi, and I want to still be able to enjoy independence yami and be able to have some form of income on a monthly basis. And guys, I know ukuthi manihleli lapha ekhaya, you are not banking on ukuthi ingane zenu zinzonondla bazongithengela igrosa sebesebenza. We are not those parents, guys. Like, black tax must fall. Like, it must fall, guys. We cannot allow that to continue any further beyond us. We realize and we know why we went through it, and it is fine. There is not much we can do about it now, but we can do something about ensuring ukuthi ingane zethu they do not have to go through the same experiences we've been through, and that's why I'm here. So coming up, we are going to be looking in more into what is retirement. You know, why do I have to have a retirement plan? What are the options that are there in, you know, in the market that I can look into, etc., etc. So stay with us while we break down everything further. And we start off by trying to understand what is retirement planning. Guys, abantu abaningi, I know ukuthi there is slight confusion ababanayo. Uthola umuntu uthi uhlangana naye athi, yazi Zanele, bengithathe i-retirement, ngithathe i-RA yalaphayana, manje mina sengithi angisayifuni, ngithi ngiyayikhansela bangitshela ukuthi bazongiphenalize nani nani, kanti mina ngisayifuna yabe ngifuna yakephi. And then mase ilama parts lo understand khona ukuthi okay, fine, nalo kade kusizile, maybe they didn't explain enough ukuthi isebenza kanjani i-products akudayisela yona. Okay, so one thing to note and to know, retirement planning, its main definition, it is planning for your future. It is planning for when you do retire. So when you are looking into taking a specific product, a specific financial product that talks to that, in the market, the term of the product that you will come across is retirement annuities, RA, that's what they call them. So the minute that you are taking an RA and you are committing to committing to a certain amount that you are going to be contributing on a monthly basis towards the RA yako, there are certain things that you do need to realize. Namely, one of them, ERA isuke ithi, it is specific saving and investments towards your retirement. So that means ukuthi yona ikhuluma i-long-term view. If ever there's a point where now you decide ukuthi awusayifuni uyayikhansela, you will be heavily penalized because yona isuke ithi i-retirement yakho is from the age of 55 onwards. So yona, you will have in essence the access to the capital once you get to those ages. And if ufuna imali yakho before the time, you are now breaking the rules. They will penalize you. So basically, that is really just how they will perform. Another thing, guys, I think with retirement specifically, other things that you need to note is there are many different products that are in the industry. So it's very good and recommendable that you shop around so that you find something that will speak to you, that you'll find something that will speak to how you want to be saving for your retirement. For example, amanye uthola ukuthi they will allow you ukuthi ukwazi ukufaka like a lump sum of money and just say like, listen, I've got 250,000 and I want to put this down towards my retirement. And you can be able to do that. And also, uthola ukuthi they will also allow you to, over time, you are also able to do top-ups on that very same RA. Amanye will give you the option of contributing on a monthly basis. So in the form of debit order, we account yako. Now, they start, like a lot of RAs, guys, are really reasonable. Like, they will start from 450 a month. So, total on a monthly basis, you are contributing 450 towards your retirement and by deducted from your bank account. And, you know, it's X amount of time. So, as it's very important, excuse me, to note is that with the RA, it is important that you have an authorized person, you know, umuntu owazi into ayenzayo, to help you plan, because it's not just a fault of you just saying, oh no, I want to have a retirement annuity and then the minimum for 450. There's factors that we have to look into. For example, right? Do you have anything, any investments, any savings that you already have towards your retirement? And also, how many years that you have left in the working environment? So, for example, if I want to retire at the age of 60, and right now I am 40, for example, I'm not 40 yet, guys, but I am 40. So then I would know I've only got 20 years left in the industry to be able to save towards my retirement. Automatically that says to you, you're going to have to invest a bit more aggressively. You're going to have to put down a little bit more, you know, bigger amounts, so that to ensure ukuthi la uhlala khona phansi imali that ezoba uyithola as an income on a monthly basis will be able to cover you sufficiently, right? And then omunye umuntu will say, okay, kahle kahle isebenza kanjani le retirement Zanele, like umuntu methi ngine retirement annuity isebenza kanjani lento. So guys, this is what happens, right? So as I explained ukuthi the product itself is called an RA, a retirement annuity. So the plan is, for retirement, we are saving whilst sisasebenza, right? So we are saving whilst we are saving with sisasebenza towards your retirement date. The time that you do now reach age 60, where you decided you are now retiring, it's not just a case of kumane uti retirement annuity yami plus whatever interest that is accumulated over the years. Now singayithatha is isamba and sengizoyiphilisa ngaleyo mali. It doesn't work like that. So what happens is, now this retirement annuity product that you've been contributing to whilst usasebenza will then you'll have to move it. So you move it, you will move it first to a preservation fund before you are able to buy an annuity product, okay? So if you don't know any of these things that I'm talking about, that's exactly why you need to call me. So for example, it would move from the RA product to a preservation fund, and then part of it is ukuthi from your entire amount, economic retirement product yako, you are able to take 1/3. Right? So, nakona, it's not just a case of I can take 1/3, I must take 1/3. You have to look at the independent situation yakho bhekene nayo, right? Kuhleli malini kula retirement annuity? Is this enough, I think, to sustain me so that ngithole income eyanele ukuthi ngikwazi ukuyiphilisa. Uma ukuthi uyabona ukuthi you haven't had as enough time to invest and save towards your retirement, rather iyeke leyo 1/3 sando khona izobooster the monthly income ozobuyithola, uyabo, instead of taking it just because you can. So, right, they do grant you the option to take 1/3 of it, but 2/3 of the retirement annuity that you've been contributing to has to buy an annuity, and the annuity iyona izobe kokela your monthly living income, right, going forward. So now, Lama Annuity, for example, there's quite a few that are in the industry, but like the most popular, you look at the singular annuity and you look at the joint one. So with Lama Annuity, for one, utoluguti, enye utoluguti with nearly 2/3, you are able to buy an annuity product and it can pay you a monthly income for as long as you live. So I think that's one of the beautiful things about my annuity, because you come to an insurer and ubakhombisa isamba semali and you say, right, with this amount, how much can you give me on a monthly basis as an income? And then whatever they do offer you, so they'll quote you, right? But whatever they offer you, they're going to be paying you that until you die, right? And which is like the most beautiful thing. Now, kona adjoints. So for example, uma ukuthi ngino-spouse, ngingathatha le mali yami lo 2/3 wami, or maybe ngithatha ngi 1/3 is my entire savings from IRA yami, and say I want a joint one. And from the joint, it will be paying me a monthly income until I die. But should I die first, for example, before my husband will continue earning this income until he dies, which I think is a wonderful product, especially for abantu as well. Abagma industries, that are a bit unstable, it does provide you, and it can provide you with a bit of the stable income that you can be able to count on. With, I know I got X amount coming through at the end of the month until I die. So obviously, your insurers, they will write you quotations based on the lump sum amount that you are wanting to buy your annuity product from. And from there, you are able to deduct, okay, fine, is this enough for me to be able to upkeep my life and be able to manage my expenses until I die without having to rely on my children having to take care of me. Like, I think, guys, if you've seen a lot of my stuff on the socials, and I think just conversations that I have with people, you guys will notice how passionate I am, especially about, I'm passionate holistically about estate planning, I'm passionate about insurance, but I'm very passionate about retirement planning. And I think, abantu do not fully understand, which when we say retirement planning, zingaki izinto and aspects in your life that it really filters and affects, we have to be the generation, guys, that are going to break the curse, With us even looking into doing things like this and setting things like this for our families, we are automatically already breaking the curse, that has been passed down to us. As much as it may have been passed down based on factors that were beyond the control of abazali bethu, but we are now in control. We have the knowledge. We are working. We are getting that coin. So it is really up to us to change the narrative. And the only people we are able to change the narrative and affect, it is ingane zethu. And if ingane zethu zibone ukuthi we've done all these things for their benefit, abana choice, guys, but to pass it on to their children and their children. And before you know it, we're talking generational wealth. So as much as something like retirement, into generational wealth and, generational planning, it really is. Because it's you changing the narrative for ingane zakho. And if you're doing it for your kids, they'll do it for their kids. And you're changing your lineage completely as we move forward. So I'm very passionate about retirement planning. I'm passionate about vocalizing my clients. I'm to know, guys, i-black taxi, guys, ayiwe angesikwazi ukuthi si-relying ngane zethu. It's very important ukuthi we start propelling ingane zethu forward. We start giving them the ability ukuthi la beqede khona ukufunda basebenza. My child in the first 2 years isebenza should be able to have the option to buy their first property, to be able to buy their own first car, or whatever the case is, without being weighed down with ama responsibilities azobe esekhaya, because uma no baba never thought about ukuthi they might leave until they're 80 and they will not longer be able to work at that point in time, and then somebody needs to take care of them. Iyayihlehlisa emuva ingane misibaqhathanisa nezinye inhlanga uthola ukuthi ingane they are at 30, they've been in the industry abayifundele for the last 7 years, but ingane ime ndawonye because now kusafanele ngilungise umuzi ekhaya. Fanele ngisize ekhaya la khona ngisafundisa ingane zasekhaya semva kwami. We have to do better, guys, and it's only with like us doing this nitty-gritty changes and changing those things and tweaking this thing here, tweaking this thing there, that you will see. And a lot of the time I say, fanele sibe selfless. It is so important for us to start looking at this in a selfless manner. A lot of the workers wins are your manage. We're not going to see now. We are not going to be the ones to enjoy a lot of the luxury and the work that, or the fruits of the work that we're doing now. But our kids will, you know. So to some extent, guys, asikhohleni soft life. If abazali bethu basihlelela mhlawumbe ngabe siyakwazi ukudla i-soft life, but-ke maybe mhlawumbe let's ensure ukuthi ingane zethu bazoba nayo i-option ukuthi baphile i-soft life. Mina ngifuna ukuba ubreezer okwazi ukuthi ahambe on a monthly maphela inyanga ngiyohambe ngokwenza inzipho zami and do my manis and do my pedis and go to the salon and have lunch and catch up and have coffee, and I can't do that if I'm not planning for it. So I say that, you know, let's look into what we have. Let's look at if you're a government worker, what's your pension looking like? How many years do you have left to contribute and save towards that? If you're not, if you've got a provident fund, if you've got, let's look at what we have in place. Look at what, if it's enough. If it's enough to be able to sustain you. And if it's not, then you know, Wuti, you have to start looking at topping what you have up and having an additional product and retirement annuity here and there to be able to support that and supplement. All right, guys, that is all the info and tips that we have for you today. Thank you so much for sticking around and walking this journey with us. I know that we have some diehard fans that are constantly sending me messages and saying, oh, Zanele, I love your content. We really do appreciate all the feedback that we're getting from you guys. And please do reach out. Please do comment and let us know what other products that you'd like us to profile and talk about more. But if you have been joining us for the first time today, please do not forget to like us, share your experiences, tell us how you find the content today, and please hit that notification bell as well. Don't forget that you can find Zanele M across all socials. Also visit our website, www.zanelem.co.za, where you can find all the different things that we offer and we cover. And also you can be able to send me any inquiries, any questions or burning questions you may have. So do the right thing. It's Zanele M, signing out.